What's up, family? So I want to have a conversation with you guys and get this video a big thumbs up. So now on the show Morning Joe on MSNBC, just to preface the conversation I want to have with you guys down in the comments, family, is they had to issue a apology to Fox News because they were so focused on slandering Pete Hegseth. As we know that the Trump transition team and Trump appointed and wants to appoint Pete Hegseth as Secretary of Defense, but the Senate has the final say so. Even if Trump and the people on social media and we the people have faith and want Pete Hegseth on board as Secretary of Defense, because we have faith that Pete Hegseth will restore strength within the military and remove diversity, equity, and inclusion. But getting back to my point is if they were so infatuated going along with other media outlets slandering Pete Hegseth as a drunk who worked at Fox years ago, and I did a video on that because I just find it very, very wild that they are so busy slandering, following the bandwagon in regards to what's popular at the time to talk about, but not necessarily doing the research at the cost of lying to the American people. And that's just ridiculous, right? But anyway, I find it weird that also on top of that, the individuals that are accusing Pete Hegseth as Fox News and MSNBC or MSNDNC, I like to call them, ran with the narrative, but the individuals that are accusing Pete Hegseth of being a drunk are anonymous. That's weird. But check out the apology that the show Morning Joe on MSNBC had to issue.
Before we go to break, a little bit earlier in this block, there was a comment made about Fox News in our coverage about Pete Hegseth and the growing number of allegations about his behavior over the years and possible addiction to alcohol or issues with alcohol. The comment was a little too flippant for this moment that we're in. We just want to make that comment as well. We want to make that clear. We have differences in coverage with Fox News, and that's a good debate that we should have often. But right now, I just want to say there's a lot of good people that work at Fox News who care about Pete Hegseth, and we'll want to leave it at that.
Well, there you have it, folks. But this is how you know that media outlets like to talk about anything that's popular and follow the bandwagon of each other. In this case, the new way of saying it is chase the clout, meaning they'll chase anything that's popular or popular narrative before doing their research and advocating for the truth but they don't even know the truth because they didn't do the research. But they're so busy infatuated in racking up viewership and spreading lies, even if that's at the cost of spreading misinformation to the American people who watch, which is ridiculous. But I want to present to you, family, something interesting as well, which is the ratings, right? I wanted to introduce you to this because I feel though this would be very interesting in having a conversation. So it says Fox News channel dominates cable news as CNN, MSNBC collapse to embarrassing weekly lows. Fox News channel averaged 1.4 million total day viewers and 2 million during prime time to dominate cable news last week. And as we scroll down, it says Fox News channel averaged 1.4 million today, total day viewers, and 2 million during prime time to dominate cable news last week, while executives at MSNBC and CNN didn't have much to be thankful for as both networks hit a plethora of historic viewership lows. CNN had its lowest rated week among total viewers since June 2001 during the week of November 25th, averaging only 268,000 compared to 1.4 million for Fox News. MSNBC managed 346,000 average total viewers, dumping CNN into the category despite dramatic viewership woes in other measurables. It was much of the same during prime time as MSNBC averaged 465,000 total viewers, while CNN drew only 297,000 as both networks finished with less than half of Fox News audience combined. Right? And I read that to tie into why the show Morning Joe on MSNBC issued the apology in the first place. Right? Because in the article it says Fox News dominates cable, but all these cable networks, in my opinion, are trying to scratch each other back. But in all reality, They had the monopoly of truth for so long, where Fox, CNN, MSNBC were defined as entities where us, the American people, could receive, and we thought we could receive truthful, valid knowledge and valid information manifesting through politics and media commingling together on these cable networks, because obviously they are a form of, or they are a legacy media, right? They've been around for a long, long time. But over time, as we begun to see the control of information rather than as gatekeeping the truth from the American people, censoring the American people, as Mark Zuckerberg proclaimed this year about the Democratic Party censoring those who talked about the pandemic, and particularly, and be more specific, talking about the vid, where YouTubers were getting demonetized for it. People on Facebook were getting totally X'd out on the platform of Facebook from Mark Zuckerberg's platform, and come to find out that the Democratic Party has sent out a notice where Mark Zuckerberg had to censor individuals, right? And you can go look it up. But my point is I'm trying to make is censoring those who talked about specific things, and all the messy propaganda that they spread as a legacy media outlet is just wild to me. So they want to control the information, and that's how you know they want you to know only what they want you to know, even if it's messy propaganda, even if it's nonsensical nonsense, even if they're hypocrites. But at the end of the day, you should listen and shut up, basically. But this is not 1996 no more, folks, where these cable networks or legacy media outlets was the only way to know what's going on back then. Now we have the media and social media and platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok to keep on record. To keep on record now the lies they would tell us and say one thing and do another. Maybe, and comment down below, family, because this is where I want to ask you guys a question. Maybe that's why they're trying to get rid of TikTok so bad, because by January 19th, the day before Donald Trump get in office, even though Joe Biden has signed in April to get rid of TikTok if they don't sell it to America, because they can't censor it. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of useful and there's a lot of nonsense as well. That's the pros and the cons with social media on TikTok, right? And things have spread it more rapidly and become more at notice, and it circulates faster than these legacy media outlets when it comes to information, right? To the point where now the legacy media outlets have to follow us, the people, because we are the media. That's like what Joe Rogan said, right? So it's just, this is not 1996. And not to mention that these media outlets being biased towards a party like MSDNC, because we all know that they are, or MSNBC was a pro-democratic network, and they made it boldly very, very clear, in my eyes, in my opinion, most definitely, when we should just be relying on the information, the truthful information that they give us, and letting the American people voices be heard and decided when it comes to voting in elections. Instead of being an entity of violent information, spreading truth and being neutral, they want to be ignorant, forcing down our throats the American people on how we should vote, even at the cost of lying to us again. So that's my stance on that. But we're not stupid. The American people is not stupid at all. And all these cable networks will just fall like dominoes. And I say that because they have been spoiled. They've been around for a long time, and then they think they can do what they want. But life has a funny way of giving a reality check, and we, the people, are going to do it for you. Because you legacy media outlets are nothing without the people, which we are the viewers, and that's how you get the viewership. You get what I'm saying? Feel where I'm going? You feel my drift, family? So, and I think, in my honest opinion, YouTube and podcasting will take over cable news. And look, that's just my opinion. But now, and I know that these legacy media outlets like Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN, they're going to basically go with this narrative of believing that the viewership is down because of the election being over. But as I close, I just want to say, at least the show Morning Joe, as you guys seen on MSNBC, was able to take accountability and lead by example, even better than our president. current sitting president that we still have seated at the moment, President Joe Biden, because Joe Biden, along with his press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, and I just did a video on that because she was definitely grilled by the White House press when they finally had the balls now to hold her accountable because she's been getting away with this nonsense for so long. And I understand that that's her job, and she has to cover up for her boss and speak on his behalf. But go check that video out, family, because I did add a lot of context in regards of how ambitious she was to move the goalpost, even to the point of blaming the Republicans. So go check that out. But it's just mind-boggling to me that Joe Biden, along with his press secretary Karine, or KGP, we like to call her for abbreviation, saying he would never pardon his son, then he pardons his son. And Joe Biden and his press secretary do not even believe of apologizing for lying to the American people. Check this out.
I know what I said. I know what the president said. That is where we were at the time. That is where the president was at the time. I am his spokesperson. This weekend, he thought about it. He wrestled with it. And made this decision.
Well, there you have it, folks. And maybe that's why they don't like TikTok, as an example, because the information is there. It's on record. You can't lie no more. So I want to close, family, by saying that, yes, the Morning Joe show apology is trash, because I think they're all looking out for each other and trying to just fall on the backs of each other to maintain viewership, because they're falling like dominoes one by one or together, and they're shaking in their boots due to the viewership being low, as I showed you guys. But at least they're trying to save face, unlike Joe Biden and Karine Jean-Pierre, his White House secretary, who do not feel the need to apologize at all. But let me know down in the comments, family, you guys' thoughts about all of this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you got some value out of this, subscribe and join the family and get this video a big thumbs up. But with no further ado, family, as always, peace.